Hello, everybody. Listen to that awesome muting system right there.
Hello, everyone.
And Martin has prepared. We're gonna do a replay of this. We're gonna watch the Cyberbass play on 8 channels at the same time.
And just note, this is a mechanical test. It's not a timing test. The bass will play very much out of time. One more revolution of the programming wheel, then we're gonna listen to all 8 channels of the Cyberbass.
Here we go.
Not tight, but mechanically correct. Let's listen one more time.
Yes, yes. Yes, 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 everybody.
You can see an issue in the divide by 4. So I wanted to cut to this camera because, as you can see, there is an issue. I know exactly what the issue is, and I'm going to fix it in this stream. It's something that I've been knowing about that I should fix. But before we go over to fix this issue, you can see there's more marbles in one of the channels. Let me just recap what I've done between the streams. We have now a functional 8 channels on the Cyberbass. These crazy connections right here was the solution that was needed, that we find out in the last stream. So as you could hear in the test, the bass didn't play tight at all, but I haven't fixed. The drop height is different. I have not done any timing at all. You can see these are much higher than these. Front row, same string, back row, front row, and if I want a new chord, I can pull the cyber capo and we have a new chord. And now we're out of marbles because I have to feed these manually. So yeah, this actually works. And if we keep on, if we look close at these links here, I now have an adjustment system for how to adjust treble length on this front one. These arms looks kind of crazy. It's the spider web, but it is what it is, and it works. So that has been taken care of.
Great job.
Thanks, Hannes 2000. How are you?
I'm so great. I'm so hyped. What we're doing in these streams, it's the cyber gates for the Marble Machine X. Let's take a look at the render right there. This is the part that drops the marbles onto the base. And Martin has been attaching this to the machine and attaching the arms between the machine and the cyber gate itself.
And now I want to fix this issue that I showed you in the beginning. So if we go to the top cam, it looks like the issue is over here. Oh, sorry. In the divide by 4, right? Because it looks like it's dividing uneven. But it is actually the fish stair that is not picking up the marbles on one channel. I'm going to try to provoke the error so everyone in the stream can kind of see what it is. So I'm gonna run the machine and keep a track on the 3rd channel here when the fish stair tries to pick these marbles up. So when it goes slow, everything looks okay. There.
Oh.
Did you see it?
Yes.
So what happens actually is that this entry is too low. And this is the best news ever. I know you won't believe me, but it is great news. So what happens is that when the fish stair is at its lowest, this marble is so powerful, so it jumps on top of the fish stair. And I have a washer stack system to accommodate for that. It's a trade-off because we want the marbles to enter fast and steadily, but we don't want this too high. And to make this even better, if we go to the big camera angle on this machine cam, Hannes, and I've had some issues with the divide by 4 over there, that it hasn't been angled correctly because I didn't have enough fall height. I need to lower this. It means we get more fall height from the divide by 4 down to here, which will eliminate this issue and also take care of an issue that I've had in the divide by 4. The divide by 4 is working, but it has one issue, and it's not the fault of the divider again. So the marble comes here, and normally they have enough momentum to clear here, but as you can see, this is not a downhill. This is actually a little divot in the middle there. So for like the touring machine, it's just like with water. Like you never want water to be able to be idle because then it gets poisoned. This is a poisoned marble, just like a poisoned pawn in chess. It's not okay. So sometimes with vibrations of the machine, it's almost like the marble maybe comes at a perfect wrong moment where the machine vibrates in the other direction. Something happens that it loses its power and it just rolls back and stays there. And the fact is that the divider still works actually, so I can show you. And as you can see, it kind of can sort itself out, but I want to avoid this. So what I have is an angle adjustment system of this whole thing. Problem is that I've maxed out the angle, and I didn't want to lower this side because then I thought I couldn't reach over to the fish stair. There was too little fall from here over here. But now, when the fish stair wants to be lowered, all of a sudden I can do it. So then we come to problem number 2, which is where I started building for the stream. This bracket is maxed out. I have removed all the washers here in the front to lower the front and angle this more. So I've been kind of violently just pushing this down to make the marble clear this path more easily and to have this issue gone. But today I'm going to take the bull by the horn and remove all this and cut this bracket, lower the bracket like 20 millimeters, add washers, and give me back my adjustability. This is the angle we're talking about. I want more angle, so the marbles always clear the divide by 4. And right here should be a gorgeous washer stack. Right here as well. Only issue is there's no washers there because I needed to lower this whole thing more than I thought. So I need to cut this bracket, remove some material, lower the whole thing, weld it on, add the washers, retest. And once I've done that, I'm going to adjust the fish stair intro. And then I think this divide by 4 plus fish stair system should be all good to go for the 60,000 marble test together with the Cyberbass. This repair shouldn't take long, and I love when I can find an error that is so easily explainable and makes so much sense. So probably I should remove all marbles. That's classic, otherwise they're just gonna at one point explode out of the machine. I have a cool looking set of wrenches anyway, so that's good. And this should make a nice ratchet sound if we're lucky. Yes. So I'm using lock nuts everywhere. I've said this before, when I started building I didn't like lock nuts. Now I only use lock nuts.
There we go.
So I still didn't empty the marbles, of course. There we go. So I'm trying to take this out without dropping marbles over the whole machine. Oh.
Whoa.
Whoop. Okay.
No worries.
PMA pipes are gone. So now I can start to remove the divide by 4 itself. So the divide by 4 is out. And now I can just swivel this pipe a little bit away. So we have all parts out, and now I can saw this bracket off. So here we go, some life hack sawing. I think I'm gonna mute myself. There we go.
In the future.
Yep.
Oh, watch out for the camera!
Whoa! Thanks, Hannes.
Oh no! Let's have a look at the French weather. And look at that. We're greeted by this lovely view of the French weather. It is sunny. It is warm. It's almost midsummer. Look at that glorious live time lapse. And I'm like you, I'm always struck by how consistent the weather is there in France. It seems like it's the same every day.
So here is the bracket, and this is the, I'm holding it up against the white. This is the little 10 millimeters, 50 millimeters that I cut off. Now I'm gonna weld this bracket back again, and then we can have it lower. So I'm gonna hold one part with my hand and weld it on with my other. Beautiful. Let's have a look. Now I'm just going to start to fill this weld in. Starts to look pretty okay.
Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Okay, very happy with this. Things are looking swell. And here you can see the whole point of the operation here is that on this bracket, I want some washers to be able to adjust the angle of the divide by 4. The washers were all gone because we had bottomed out, and now I can add new ones. So
simple explanation is you're fixing the angle, so the marbles will go through there perfectly. So nothing clogs up in the pipes.
Captain Context, enter the chat. Okay, this is done. So now this section I'm showing right here is now very flat. It's not even a green slope. So let's roll some marbles and see how this angle behaves. Let's do test number 1 of the newly angled divide by 4. See how it goes. They're standing still here. So, first test. As you can see, they're standing still here. This section is now too flat, which is all according to the plans. So, no problem. So the first, like, if we're gonna be methodical with how I set this up, is actually to first put this point as high as we can. And it looks like the marbles are much faster here in this pipe than they were before. So we can easily afford adding some washers here, which means we can also add some washers here and have this flatness becoming a little bit better. So let me get some more washers and make a new setting for test 2. Are we ready for the second test?
Of course we are. Let's do this.
So this looks more familiar to before. I'm going to try to disturb it a little bit.
Oh, look at it go.
Yeah, it's good. Very positive result. The great thing now is that I could freak about the angle here, but now we have washers under everywhere, which means I have not bottomed out the adjustability range. I'm in the middle of the adjustability range. So if we see later I think we should make a longer test, and we're also going to look at a test. I know a lot of people from the Discord are curious to see how even divide by 4 actually is. So we're gonna make a longer test later. I think I can, with good conscience, leave it like this for now and head over to the fish there and fix that. So I want this to be lower, to have the marbles lower in the intro of the fish there. And so now we had a live suggestion from Discord to, instead of washer stacks, add a spring right here, which should, if it has the correct strength, give us the ability to adjust without having to remove anything. So what you should keep track on is the height where this marble ends compared to the fish there, because that was the adjustment I want to make. And now we can smoothly adjust that with this bolt. Yeah, it's super nice. So, so let me crank the machine a few rounds and we should see the behavior. Ah, you can see they are not entering. So let's then just do some nice swiping of this hex key and magically heighten the position and try again. Better. This looks pretty good. Let's try in full tempo because the marbles have less time to fall in. No. Aha, it's out of marbles. So it just ran out of marbles. It didn't fail actually. Oh, it has failed.
The divide by 4 has failed.
So, guess we have some setting to do over here then.
Yeah.
That's answer enough. So, let's remove some washers up here to adjust for that. The washers are doing 2 jobs. They're also clamping the PMA pipe. So, with the springs, the clamping force is a little bit less. So, as long as we're aware of that, and as long as we're fine with that, we can do the springs. People want the springs, I'm gonna give them springs. But now we have springs over here, and it's actually clamping nicely on the pipe. So brilliant suggestion from Discord. This is super cool because now I can just turn the hex key, and we have a more steeper angle. I'm gonna release all the marbles from the marble divider now, and we're gonna see if this higher slope of this pipe now, steeper slope, it's like a blue ski lane instead of a green ski lane, if that did and made any difference. No. Till the spring is, yeah, so now the spring is fully compressed. I don't have any more adjustability. Let's do another test run of the full machine.
Yes.
On 120 BPM. No, not good. Does not work. But I'm thinking now that it might also be due to this angle. I have the idea we should lower it here now to make this first split faster, but it's a much. Oh, look what happened now! You see that? Already, when I push this down, it starts to come loose. But now this is not running. So, 5th test, I think. Yeah. The issue wasn't up here now. The issue is this slope now. I'm tired of tuning fragile systems, Hannes. I have to bend this metal. So perhaps losing the bump and losing the bump is the fastest trial we can make. But I think the real flaw right now is that this point is too high. Ah, there is a washer here. Okay, one washer can go, and I'm going to bend this bracket by force. Hope it doesn't break. There, I felt.
Oof.
Beautiful. Okay, that looks so much better from here. Oh, there's something wrong here. Huh. Hang on. The springs have pushed the pipe. Okay, so the bump. Okay. Masking tape is here. Feel no fear.
Yes, finally it's back.
If you take a look in the top cam now, I think you will see a different feeling.
Whoa.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
They ran like straight in with a completely different speed, which is great news. So I'm gonna clamp these down.
We're hoping for a marble miracle right here.
First test out of 3 that will determine the future of the project. Standing still here. So it all started with the issue being over here, not over here. Yeah, wait, now I see. Aha, this pipe was out. Okay, now I see why this wasn't going. Let's lower here. So this is a spot, I think this spot is a little high. Just going to try to lower everywhere I can to gain the necessary fall height. Okay, so now we're lower here. It all looks smoother actually. This looks, now these marbles comes to life. Okay, we have another angle. So let's do another test and keep an eye here on the fish there because it doesn't seem that it has been picking up correctly. Test 8. Okay, divider is picking up nice. This channel is moving. Doing better now. Okay, so it actually did a little bit better now. I mean, I just think this is a perfect illustration of being stuck like in old decisions. Keeps biting my tail. It's so many like design constraints. It's really hard for me to do anything about. I can make the trade-off with less exact marble division in the beginning of the divide by 4. I can make the bump that I have there even less, so it goes even easier, which means that I can put that higher, which means I can gain the fall height I need, and I actually think that it's going to be one of the best trade-offs. It's not an issue I can't solve, but the overarching issue that really pisses me off is that these issues keeps coming at me from when I don't need them. So 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but I enjoyed sharing this all with you guys and having Hannes 2000 with me. Let's go to the Hannes 2000 angle.
All of our fantastic backers.
Yes.
Look, I've updated the numbers on this as well with all the names prior to yesterday. So big shout out to all of you backers, all you supporters through Patreon and YouTube membership. You guys are the best for always believing in this project. We humbly thank you all. Definitely. Thank you so much. and it's
so funny. I thought this was going to be a simple fix. Don't worry about getting marbles to roll. It's just a matter of adding more slope. And we fixed it on the second one, so baseball bat is safely in the corner. It's not going to come out ever. So, well.
Thanks to all the backers, and once again, thanks to the wonderful community. Thanks to all the people on Discord. I mean, this is amazing. Martin will solve this. I have no worries. I believe. We all believe.
Yeah. I believe too. I believe in physics simulations in a digital environment. The way they market that is it's free to fail when you do physics sim in digital environment. I think that will be the way forward, where these obvious things like if you want, okay, what we learned today, South Park moment. If you want something to roll down a slope, you need a slope. I learned that today. I'm gonna use that new knowledge to fix this machine in the next stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Hannes2000, and we'll see you on the next one.
Take care, everyone, and glad midsommar.
Glad midsommar. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.